Today I'm going to show you how to make a mixed media mask to celebrate Mardi Gras. Here are some of the supplies you will need. A cup of water and a sponge. You'll need a permanent marker, some baby wipes, an assortment of paper, a paper mache mask, a plastic card for smoothing the paper. We're going to use Mod Podge, a sponge, if you have acrylic paints or acrylic paint set, and a brush. It's also helpful to have a paper towel. Now I'm going to be using the theme colors of Mardi Gras. So I'm going to sponge with a little of my purple. You can brush on the purple with your brush, or you can use your sea sponge. Just wet your sea sponge and then make sure you press it to dry it really good. Take out some of the extra moisture. And we're going to go around the edges of our paper mache mask with this purple. You can try a selection of colors for your mask. I just decided to celebrate the colors of Mardi Gras. Purple representing power. You also think about purple in terms of royalty. Make sure you get all the edges of your mask. You're going to be covering the middle areas, so it's really important for any areas around the edges that might not have paper on them to have a base color of paint. You can soak your sea sponge in your water to loosen the paint. Now, while our paint is starting to dry, we'll move our acrylics to the side and we'll look at some of our paper. I'm going to be using some paper that has significance to the holiday of Mardi Gras. We have our purples, our golds, and our greens. Mardi Gras is a fun and colorful celebration in New Orleans, known for its parades, music, and fancy masks. It started a long time ago in Europe, especially in France, as a party before the Christian season of Lent. When French settlers moved to Louisiana in the 1700s, they brought the Mardi Gras tradition with them. Over time, it mixed with African and Caribbean traditions, which added lively music, dancing, and bright costumes. The famous Mardi Gras colors are purple for justice, green for faith, and gold for power. These were chosen in 1872. Today, Mardi Gras celebrations celebrate freedom, culture, and fun. It brings people together and shows the rich history and many cultures of New Orleans. First, we want to tear the paper. If you tear the paper this way, you will have a white edge. We're going to need lots of different pieces of paper, so we'll spend some time tearing them. If you don't care for the white edge, you can tear the paper this way and you won't have the white edge. It's important to tear plenty of pieces of paper for your mask, because once you're using the Mod Podge, your hands are going to get dirty and it will be harder to tear your paper. I'm doing a combination. Some pieces of paper I'm using the white edge, exposing the white edge, and some I'm choosing not to. Now there are a selection of different color papers that you have. This is also an interesting paper to use. This is got some texture, looks almost feathery, and this would be a great one for wrapping around edges, like for instance the eye holes, because it's more flexible. And this is some netting that you can use as well. This isn't able to be torn, so we will use the scissors to cut some pieces of the netting. This is another form of netting you can use as well. Now, if you'd like, you can do some other sponge colors on your mask. Just make sure you rinse your sponge and then dab it on your paper towel. I'm thinking possibly about maybe some aqua green on my mask. Baby wipes are great for cleaning off the paint. We'll dab a little bit of this. And we'll fill in some of these areas with an aqua green. Now you can be creative. If you'd like to do the whole area with purple and 1/2 aqua, or any color you choose. Be creative and put together different colors. And you can also have some areas where the white shows through. If your hands get dirty, just rub them off with some baby wipes. Now we're going to start our Mod Podge. So I'll move some of our papers to the side. And we'll pour a little bit of our Mod Podge onto our paper plate. We're going to use the card for getting the bubbles out. It's important that you apply Mod Podge to the back of the paper as well as to the mask. If you come to the edges, you can roll it around and tuck it in, or we can trim it with the scissors later. If you want to tuck it around the back, just put a little Mod Podge on the back of your mask. Now, I'm going to go with some smaller pieces of paper for around this area. In between, clean your hands with baby wipes. It helps to keep the Mod Podge from building up. One other idea you can do is you can also hold it up like this and take your pen and just trace it around there if you like to have it fit exactly into a specific area, and you can cut it. we're going to do a light layer of Mod Podge over everything. Just make sure you are gentle and you don't pull up any of your fine paper. You can sponge over some areas. So let's say, for instance, we want to bring out a little bit of this green. You can just go on over and add a little bit of green. Now, as you can see, we closed up our hole. So we're going to need to press through that hole so that we can put our elastic. Just locate that hole, take your paintbrush end or something sharp, just make sure you clear it away. I know we have one on this side as well. We want to make sure that we poke that through so that we will be able to put our plastic elastic on there. Now we're going to let it dry.